Hey all, Hipper here. So today we are playing an HE spammer like a real jerk, so don't forget to like, share, comment and of course subscribe if you like to see HE spamming cruisers being played in the way that most people play it in this game here, which is just a damage farmer. So I don't have an agile build on the Worcester in this battle here. I actually am using Montpellier here, quite a good commander. And I use her on Des Moines as well. So Viang and Mimbelli as inspirations, Beyond Range, Igniter, All Out Assault, Fixated, and Refill Station. So this is a full offensive damage focused build, and we're going to do our best to use it in this battle here. So you only get 2 sonars, 2 radars, and 2 heals. And you get 17 range and 3.4 second reload. That's an insane reload. It's actually a ridiculous reload. And it's one of the reasons that HE spamming cruisers like this one, well, they're not ruining the game, but they're certainly not making it any more fun for other players, especially Battleship players. And of course, everybody else included in that game. So like I said, this is not an agile build, so we're not going to do anything outrageous in this battle here. We're not going to push in and grab the cap, although had I had an agile build on an agile cruiser in this battle here, I probably could have actually turned this battle here. But in this battle here, we are playing, like I said, like a real jerk. Especially when I have people like on my team playing like this, I just want to turn off my Xbox and go to bed because yeah, it's just super annoying. And the thing is that gameplay like this is actually rewarded XP wise, and so of course it makes sense that people just sit, and farm damage. Yeah, I get it, but it's a problem with the game because this sort of gameplay here should not be encouraged the way it is. You shouldn't get as much XP as you are getting by doing stuff like this. Because in this battle here, I don't think I ever enter the cap, and I don't think I once shoot at a destroyer. All I'm doing is just shooting at like the easiest targets that's there, and not necessarily the most strategic target or anything like that. It's just whatever gives me the most damage. Some people still think that damage is everything in this game here, and sure, some cruisers do that job well, and actually Worcester does that job well. It's pretty much what it does. It's a DPM cruiser, and it makes sense to play it as an HE spammer, but like I said, I think the rewards are far too high for what you're actually doing, like how you're actually helping your team. Because in my opinion, XP should be a measure of how good you are at setting up the scene for your team, setting up the stage, and allowing them to, perform better than they probably otherwise would. And, sitting like 17 kilometers away from an Alaska, setting it on fire, that's not my idea of helping out a lot anyway. Sure, you get damage and you get high calibers and you get all that stuff, but yeah, it's really worthless in my opinion. So my problem is not with the fact that Worcester is able to play like this. My problem is that the game, the rules of the game are set up in such a way that Worcester can actually get away with playing like this. Because if you do a lot of damage, even useless damage like I'm doing here, absolutely useless damage, I'm just setting ships on fire. I don't think I sink anyone actually. And like I said before, I'm not capping anything. I'm not radaring any destroyers. I'm not even shooting at any enemy destroyers. I'm just sitting here next to an island where I have cover. And then I just burn down whoever's, happens to show up. And this is how most people play this ship here. And it is just infuriating. It really is. Like, I'm not going to say there aren't any good players out there. Like, for example, Chili Games. By doing this, he can just burn down the whole enemy team. But he is a very skilled player, and most players are not as skilled as him, myself included. So playing Worcester like this is just a like a wasted potential, really. And as you know, I always say, it's also really boring. I had a very boring time making this video here, I will tell you that. And I certainly didn't enjoy it. I may end up with roughly the same XP as I would in an Agile Cruiser, but in an Agile Cruiser I would feel like I would have accomplished more, honestly. I mean, I would have pushed in, maybe killed the destroyer, taken a cap, and, you know, shot a few torps and had some fun, you know, tanked some shells and stuff like that. This playstyle is super boring. I feel like I'm playing a battleship, and if I want to play like this, I'll just play a battleship. If I play cruisers, I want to have a different experience, and destroyers, you know, are completely different to battleships. And if you play a cruiser like this, I just think it feels like a fast-firing battleship, really. There's really not that much difference until you have to push in later in the battle and maybe radar a destroyer or two. But up until that point, it's pretty much the same thing. Playing like this is also extremely easy. You can see here, I'm not really doing anything. I don't have to be good at the game. I can just sit here and lob shells. And especially this main here, if I wasn't spotted, I could just sit here and shoot at him and set fires again and again and again. And one, I don't think that's fair. And two, battleship players, well, I mean, I get it. They don't like that. And I mean, I get it. It's super annoying. And you should probably, like, wargaming should consider turning down or tuning down the whole HE aspect of this game here, because it is a little bit annoying. I really think so. So, oh, I'm wrong. I actually do radar a destroyer here. Wow, look at that. I'm really helping the team here. So I get my Witherer. Yay! That's you know, one of the things that Worcester's really good at. I think it's hard to have a battle in the ship without getting a Witherer, actually. So on my Hippo account here, I think I only have about a dozen battles in Worcester. But on one of my other accounts, I play it more, simply, you know, to test it. And the Yami got me pretty nasty there. Where if you play like this, you will get a high caliber every, like, second battle. And you'll get a Kraken on average, every 25 battles. So, yeah, if you want to, you know... grow your average damage and your high cal and your Kraken count, well, I mean, this is the ship for you. It's pretty much made for it. So my team will now start to fall apart, and that's okay, because I could see that happening from the beginning. Most of the team hasn't really moved from this island here, and myself included. I'm no saint in this game here, and like I said, this is a pure damage farming game here. Not that we actually get that much damage, but it's just to make a point. So there's the high cal at 158, I think that was. Oh, someone nearly got me there. So like I said, the blue ships are going to fall one by one now, and I'm going to get pushed all the way to the corner here. And if you look at this Yoshino here, he's at 2/3 health. And I'm at, what am I at, like, I don't know, 10% or something like that, 15%. And I'm just going to burn this guy here to the ground, doing absolutely nothing. And, I mean, I pretty much farm 60,000 damage or something off this guy here. And it doesn't do anything. Like, the game is already won. And, I mean, what is the point? But anyway, like, let's farm some damage, shall we? So yeah, I've made a few videos lately where I, you know, talk dirty about battleship players, but obviously I actually think HE spamming cruisers like this one and Des Moines, and there's a whole bunch of them. Ochakov also. I think they're toxic, and I don't think they really belong in the game. Look, there's another fire. We had 16 fires now. Ridiculous. And I really think that, I know it's not going to happen because it's, you know, a built-in, it's another fire. It's a built-in thing in the game that HE is a thing, but I just wish that SAP was a thing instead of HE. I think HE gets abused to rack up high XP games, and it's just stupid. If you were to judge this performance here, and if this was a win, this would be almost a 3k game. Would you think that I did 3000 XP worth of helping my team? I certainly don't. I mean, there's also 6 sheep left, so I'm going to lose this no matter what. So that's what I said about that Yoshino there. He was 2/3 health, and I just burned him down. And he took about 8k off me the whole time. And, I mean, that can't be right. That cannot be right. Why is it like this? Why is Worcester like this? And how is this going to, improve people's enjoyment of the game? I don't know. I mean, no one likes to play against an HE spammer, and me myself, I hate playing the ships because, as you can tell, well, they're super boring. And it's not just HE spammers. I also think like ships like Baltimore are like dreadful to play. But Worcester is probably the worst offender in that category. Especially here, I have a 3.4 second reload, and I forgot to put a range booster on the ship, so I could probably have 17 kilometer range if I actually set the ship up correctly. But anyway, so let's have a look here. Let's see how well I did here in just farming damage. And 216,000 high cal, 1,900 XP in a loss. I mean, that's stupid. Stupid. And that Yoshino I burnt down, he did much better. Anyway, hope you liked it. See you out there.